Um, Sometimes a dude just needs to make noises, man. It is so funny to me. It is the same vibe as that tweet that's like, comedians are the modern day philosophers. Oh, really? And then it's the video of Chris Farley at an ice hockey game just going insane and falling on the ice over and over while the audience laughs their asses off. That's how I feel whenever I see someone say, like, oh, NL, he's just so serious these days. He's, she takes himself so seriously, so holier than thou. And then the stream starts with Warren D. Zevon be like, how you gonna make your way in the world when you ain't cut out for twerking? What, you guys don't, Warren the Zevon? Warren the Zevon, you know this guy? You know the French inhaler? Not really? That's fine. Whatever, man. Whatever. Sorry, that's my bad for referencing classic rock. I should have referenced manga. I see. So this here, buzzards die harder. Is it? I don't know what this is. Is it possible? This looks like New York back in the day. So I mean, it's animated, obviously. So what is this? Is it? I mean, I see that it says Seoul right here, but no, Seoul takes place in like the 90s, man. Or actually, I think it takes place in like 2019. There's a lot of music shop stuff. Fly by plane. See the world fly by plane. I don't know why I just want to type Rango, which I don't believe I've seen. It's not Rango. I don't even know what I would guess here. Let's just throw in like a cloudy with a chance of meatballs or something. I still have no idea what I would guess. I don't think it's going to be an Ice Age. You don't look like Smallfoot to me. Maybe you're the Croods, man? I don't know. The Croods, I don't think takes place in the 1920s. It's Minions, bro! That's probably Despicable Me. That must be the rise of Gru, because he's not risen yet. That's Minions, bro. That's huge. Cruella. What the hell? I mean, maybe like one person guessed Cruella, but still. Look at the second picture again. All right, that's a good point. But you never, sometimes, if you know it's Minions, you're like, those are the Minions overalls, okay? But if you don't know it's Minions, animated movies just be rendering their characters like little freaks sometimes. Like, this could be Pugsley Adams' outfit for all I know, man. All right, in hindsight, those are probably Minions and not like birds, but... Bella. Who are you trying to grab with the waiver wire this week? I picked someone up. I think I picked up, it doesn't go through till Wednesday, but I think I picked up the Chargers third string wide receiver. I can't remember his name right now. But I will say I'm fielding a lot of trade requests. And the trade requests that I received were not disrespectful. They weren't as disrespectful as the trade request I received last week. But I'm just letting you know, if you're in a fantasy football league with me, I will not be listening to trade requests after week 1, because it's just cooler heads have to prevail. It's a 17-week season, and everybody's like, on my squad at least, everybody's like bottoming out in terms of their sentiment right now. Like, nobody on my team outperformed. So they're trying to, people are really like, you want to pick up Jahmyr Gibbs? Can I trade you someone for Jahmyr Gibbs? No, man, Gibbs, there's a guaranteed progression to the meme coming up. A guaranteed progression to the meme. Who's your QB? My Peloton league is fucked up. My QBs are CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, and Cam Ward. That's a disaster. That's really bad after week 1. In the Apollo Podcast League, I have Mahomes and Caleb Williams, which is actually fine. Even though the Bears lost and the Chiefs lost, they both performed roughly at expectations, which I can't be mad about. I can't be upset about that. I'm very upset about Jahmyr Gibbs putting up like I don't even know, 10 receptions for 31 yards. That's insulting. I'm very upset about Kenneth Walker touching the ball 12 times for 23 yards total. Like, this is embarrassing, but we'll get through it. We'll figure something out. Ben Johnson left. Lions aren't going to be the same. Yeah, but did you see the Bears? Josh McCown started for this NFC team. Yeah, bro. Josh McCown played a buttload of games for the Cardinals. Even I know that one. Albert Bell outpaced him on almost all major hitting stats. This Red Sox slugger won the 1995 AL MVP. It's Nomar Garciaparra, man. I have no idea. Anyone know who that is? Mo Vaughn. Mo Vaughn makes sense. Mo Vaughn makes sense. This school was number one in the preseason 2022-2023 AP poll, then missed the tournament entirely. It's definitely Duke. I have no idea. Oh, Audi originates from what country? I'm going to say Germany. That is Kate Hudson and Michael Fassbender. And I got to be honest with you, normally I might waffle a little bit. I might be like, I wonder who this is. It really looks like, but ever since, and this is real and it's embarrassing, ever since the Marcel Dion, HC Justin shit, I feel the need to plant my fucking flag in the ground. And just as soon as I get it, boom, lock it in. Because I need to face smog you every day until you break. Until you break and you yield and you surrender and you say, you're better at faces than me. Okay, HC Justin looks like Marcel Dion. This is the way it's going to go now. We're going to demoralize you. Anytime you match me, we crank up the intensity. Anytime you back off, we hold the cranked up intensity until you yield, until you admit I'm better than you at the faces. And then you'll be ready to admit that Marcel Dion at Justin's age looked like Justin. Which energy drink brand produces the canned hard alcohol beverage known as the Beast? Monster seems similar to the Beast, so we'll take that. Who is Dr. Richard Burke on Friends? I have no idea, but the most famous Friends cameo is Tom Selleck, okay. Josh Brolin was in Men in Black 3. Okay, I'm kind of on one today. Are you seeing the alacrity with which we're approaching this? I'm fucking on one today. Along with being the lead singer of Chicago, I don't know. Your name is maybe Don Henley? Don, what is your name? I thought it was Don something. Peter Cetera. No, not even close, man. Pete Cetera? Is that who they named the phrase after? Henley's the Eagles. Yeah, but like the Eagles might be from Chicago. Obviously, they're not from California. Otherwise, they wouldn't have needed a hotel there, right? They're from Philly. I love when you have brother at the end. Like people who are not from Philadelphia grow up hearing that shit like 8 times a year at family events. Yeah. In rural Ontario, we were always like, yeah, the Eagles. That's my favorite band from Philadelphia. What are you talking about, man? By the way, you know what? He says you can check out anytime, but you can never leave. He's literally got it backwards. I don't know if you guys have ever stayed in a hotel, like not with your parents. You literally don't even have to check out. And you can always leave. Literally, I don't think I've checked out of a hotel in like 15 years. As long as you're out of the hotel by like 11 a.m., you're good to go, man. Checking out is so easy. You just drop the key. I don't even drop the key, man. I leave the key on the dresser in the hotel. I don't know why I'm getting hit with like a bunch of question marks. No bill review? There's never anything to bill, bro. There's nothing to bill. Pay-per-view hasn't existed for like 28 years. You aren't tipping? We're tipping cash on top of the key in the room, man. I don't know. Again, this is one of those things I have to steel myself. I have to remind myself I'm arguing with 15-year-old kids on the internet who their entire Model for how to leave a hotel is based on their 52-year-old mom, who always goes up and goes over the bill review because she has to be fiscally responsible. And we didn't pay for that. My kids opened the mini bar. They took the Pringles out, but they didn't eat the Pringles. They put them right back in. So you tell your censor we didn't eat those Pringles. I understand that. But in the millennial world, you just walk the fuck out, man. You literally just walk out. It works every time. There's never been an issue. Why are you tipping the hotel? You're not tipping your housekeeper? The person that's cleaning your shit up like every day, you're not giving them a little bit of money on the way out? No. Oh my God, you're evil. I didn't know you were evil. Holy cow, man. They get paid? Yeah, they get paid like $9 an hour to deal with your bodily fluids, bro. You're supposed to leave a tip. Not in Europe? Well, I'm not fucking in Europe. I'm at the Residence Suites in Orlando, Florida, bitch. They're not treating them nicely over there. You got to make up the slack. That's on you, and that's why I leave the tip, man. That's why I leave the tip too. I'm spiritually neutral on that. I was paid a spiritual dividend and I incurred a spiritual cost and it leveled out. They canceled out on the ledger. What percent is a good tip for a night? You don't tip percent in a hotel because that's how you get into trouble. Like if you're staying at the Four Seasons, you can't be dropping them like, 5 Robert Bordens on your last day and be like, that's 10%, You gotta give them like maybe, depends where you're at, maybe like 20 a day that they cleaned. Like if you're getting service every day, 20 a day seems about right to me. If you're getting service once or twice, maybe 20 total. 5 a day? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. They're scrubbing the toilet. They're pulling pubes out of the drain, man. 5 a day? You might be evil. You might be an evil person. Not evil. That's too far. Not as virtuous as me, though. Clearly not as virtuous as me. How messy you leave in the bathroom? Wouldn't you know it? Seems like it's always spotless. Not everyone's wealthy. Okay, but now you're making me a bad person for tipping. How is that? Like, okay, I see what you're saying. Because we've gotten to the point where it's like, if someone has more money than you, they're evil. But if they then give that money to people who have less money than you, how is that still evil? That's not evil. That's good, man. That's a good thing. You swallowed the heuristic. You've inverted the causal and the correlational relationship, man. You're saying everyone should tip like you? Well, you have to decide what's appropriate for yourself. Not everybody's the type of beast like me that lets someone turning right out of the grocery store into the lane, even though I could have easily just gone straight. Yeah, because you work from home, so it doesn't matter when you fucking show up. Here we go. Rules for me and not for thee. Why this whole time I've been staring at Chad this whole time and nobody spoiled connections for me. I could have easily been digesting passively what the solution to connections is and then just mog you by going beep, 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 beep. Wow, look at that. I'm smarter than you. But instead, nobody typed it at all. Over, under, through. Nah, they're trolling. Things with a hard outer shell. Hard taco, snail, M&M, and an egg. They want you to think snail and slug are together. Things with shells. A watch, a belt. These are like, nah, maybe not. How you tie your shoes, man? How you tie your shoes? Over, under, through, done? Over, under, through. the slug something. A slug, a shot. Slug. This one's throwing me. A lap. Lap someone to complete something. To watch. A watch can be something you wear, or it can be something you do. Is over, under, through. I don't know what the next part is, though. It's like how you tie a tie. Under, through. As if this sounds insane, but if it's over, under, through, I'm like deriving the way that you tie a tie through base principles. I've tied a tie many times. You go over, and you make like the little slot for it, and then you go under, and then you go through. The last step could be belt, man, because you want the tip of the tie to be like right around your belt line. But I am not willing to take a stab at that. That seems like too crazy. Bowl. Bowl strikes me as like things that are mechanical, things with horns, things with loops. No, things with holes, things with buckles. Buckle, belt buckle. Bowl buckle. Watch buckle. Things that you... I don't know, man. Slug and belt are like similar. Because it's like to do something with power. You can belt out a song, you can slug a person or a baseball. Shot doesn't make sense, man. Give me a shuffle, otherwise I think I'm close to tapping out. Over, under, through. Lap. Lap is a part of your body. You can sit on a bowl, you can sit on a lap. You can spit on a stranger. If you're Jalen Carter, anyway. Stephen Malcolmus never thought of that shit, did he? Dumbass. Slug. Things associated with Louisville. Overalls. Overalls. You have a watch. Things with faces. A watch face. A bull's face. A slug's face. The slug, they have eyes. Do eyes beget a face? Gulp. Big gulp. Big gulp. Gulp, to swallow. To drink something fast. Gulp. Belt. Slug. Okay. It's over, under, through, belt. Oh shit, it's not even over, under, through, bro. Overall, all done, all through, all complete. Oh my god, it's just synonyms for finished. Wait. Is this a shot glass, a watch glass? Gulp. Rearrange to plug. Rearrange to glass. Gulp. Gulp. Under what? What could this be? Underwear, watchwear. Lap belt, watch belt, underbelt, underwear, Under Armour, watch armor. I don't know, let's just try it. We got 2 to burn. 1 away. Whatever, man. I mean, I was... Oh my god, I got it! Okay, if I may... This was luck. Let's just start right there. Swig is pissing me off. Because these One thing not being something I associate with the category is one thing. Two things not being what I would associate. And in fact, shot is even like, you wouldn't say like, you wouldn't give someone a bottle of soda and be like, want a shot? Like, that doesn't make sense. Want a slug? Want a belt? Like, these are not real, man. And then this one, I think it's one of those things. It's a lot easier to appear like you know what you're talking about in connections when you get the first three easily. Over, under, through, though? Dude, that's how you tie your shoes or something. Over, under, through, man. Over, under, through, right? Unless you're still doing the bunny ears, in which case, wow, that's rough. But not as rough as the connections was for me. Chat, this is an honest question. Please only answer if you're an adult, and I don't mean like 18 years or older. I mean like you have a career. How often do you tie your shoes? Y for every day, N for not every day. It looks, I mean, it's hard to tell because it's coming in pretty fast. It seems like a pretty even split for me. I would say I probably tie them. Probably tie my shoes twice a week if I had to guess. Otherwise, I slip them on, and if they ever feel like they're not fitting right, then I give them a nice tie. But I'm not wearing like Oxfords. To be fair, I'll give you that. I'm not wearing Oxfords. What are you wearing? I don't know, some Cole Haan stuff. You know how it is. Pop-Tart bites strawberry chocolate. Fuck it, bites your strawberry / chocolate. 24 of these. I bet these are like 50 cents each. I bet this is $11.99. Wow, that's insane. A Pop-Tart is less than 50 cents, y'all. Take a look. $9.49. That's crazy. Why'd you think it was 50 cents? Because 50 cents can't buy you like anything? Oh, you're right. These are bites. These are not regular Pop-Tarts. There's 24. There's no way they're cereal size because there's 24 of them. They must be bigger than cereal. $24 packs of zero nutrition. You know the rules. You know the rules. Chat, what am I going to ask them? Post your abs. I legally can't say post a picture with your shirt out, but I can say you got to post your abs, you got to post your mile time, or you have to post your blood work. You have to post a full workup of your blood. Those are your options, okay? So people say you don't have to have abs to be healthy. That's why we're asking for your blood work. I agree with you, but you don't get to. I know in a lot of parts of the internet, you get to say something like that, and they go, "Damn, he said you don't have to have abs to be healthy. He must therefore be healthy." Here, we make you prove it. We make you prove it by posting your blood work. Your blood work, not your blood worth. That's a different thing. I'm not getting involved in that discourse. And actually, to be fair, the blood work is actually the easy one because I think you could be a little melted and still have like good blood work. Especially if you're young, like even if your lifestyle's kind of fucked up. I remember going to see the doctor in Korea and I was like, "Oh no, he's going to know that my lifestyle's fucked up when he sees my blood work." Bro was like, "Everything looks normal." I was like, "Damn. I need a new doctor." this This guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, man. This guy's just telling me what I want to hear. More monthly searches, Harrison Ford or Home Depot? This haircut plus an earring is actually so swag, man. He was like, he wanted to add like a little pizzazz to his look, but he's like, I'm still gonna rock the Harrison Ford haircut, man. That's swag, man. I think it's Home Depot, by the way. It's not swag at all. It's insanely swag. This is something I've Googled, but Home Depot is gonna clear. It's gonna be Netflix. It's gonna Indeed usually it has like 1 billion searches a month, but I still think Netflix clears. It's gonna be Indeed. More people should be looking up Jack Nicholson, man. I think Jack Nicholson mogs Blockbuster. Never mind, y'all. That's like there's a commentary on the state of media there, man. They don't care about the product anymore. They only care about the store. Slipknot versus Toto. This one's tough because Slipknot is popular and they're on a new metal nostalgia wave right now. Toto obviously is one of the most popular. I bet they have a top 50 most streamed song of all time in Africa. And then they got some other ones too. I gotta go Toto. Toto's it was close, but it strikes me as one of those bands that's more popular than sorry, Diesel. Strikes me as one of those bands that's like more popular than I conceive of. Probably go with Shaquille O'Neal on this one. Gonna go Coldplay. 80 million streams a month, huh? Doesn't Little Mix have 5 people? What's going on with Little Mix, man? Kids Bop Kids? Kids boo, because they're getting started early, huh? Kids boo. That is funny. I don't know. This is tough because I think it's Little Mix, but I do think Kids Bop is pretty popular. Gotta be Benson Boone. I might be tapped into the zeitgeist, y'all. It's gonna be Benson Boone. I don't believe that most people are listening to DJ Khaled for sport. Don't know who Hadiz is, so I'm gonna go DJ Khaled. I'm gonna say it's Vance Joy. I think Riptide's going crazy in the van life community. We're the GOAT today. Higher rating? This is fucking impossible, man. Gone Girl's really good. Batman Begins is like really glazed. I'm gonna say Gone Girl. Gone Girl's at 8.1 versus 8.2. The consequences of superhero franchise films have been a catastrophe for Western civilization, bro. Batman Begins is good. Gone Girl's really good though. It's crazy. Batman Begins is not a superhero movie. Never changed, DL Guiga. Never changed. It is a superhero movie. It has Batman in it. Not for like the first 2/3, but like soon after. You ever do that one? It's hard being Ra's al Ghul when your favorite pupil turns into Batman. I try to be the chill villain. It could totally work, man. It could totally work. We can get that could be the SNL season premiere digital short. Chappell Roan as the musical guest singing a Batman Begins themed casual, but it's called Ra's al Ghul. Could work, man. Could work. Knee deep in the passenger seat, parentheses, of the Batmobile. They have to change some of the lyrics because Batman doesn't do that shit, is what I heard. Back when I was a soldier in the culture war. A good, yes, sir! Sir, yes, sir! You boys like Mexico? You boys like Uruguay? Oh, shit. 7,000 kilometers? You boys like Morocco? Oh, fuck, man. 7,000 kilometers from Mexico. Are you Russia? Find that. 7,000. It's equidistant from Russia and Mexico. The fuck is going on? Like, oh, Jesus. 3,000 kilometers from Micronesia. Timor-Leste, y'all. How about Vietnam is cooler. Where the New Zealand? New Zealand likes to rock the party. 2,000 kilometers from New Zealand. Oh, the Marshall Islands. That's cooler, man. Antarctica? Is it Antarctica? Fuck you. It's closest. I don't even know where the Marshall Islands are anymore, man. That's you. It's close to you and you, so it's probably you. Fuck. Fuck. That was lucky. That was crazy luck. He's cracked. He's cracked at getting lucky. I'll acknowledge when it's luck, man. Can I tell you, by the way, I'm the last person I thought would say this. I'm kind of vibing with Skinny Rock. I'm not talking about crystal meth. I can see how you would make that mistake. See, I saw the first photo of Skinny Rock, and I said, I'm not sure about this. I saw another photo of Skinny Rock with like a, he had like a sport coat, like a suit jacket and no shirt on. And I was like, damn, I think I might be fucking with Skinny Rock. I think he might be like, he might be beating the odds, man. He might be beating the allegations. Could he go on Hot Ones now? Could he go on Hot Ones maybe now and not be talking about the chicken wings are too bad for his no cheat day diet? Because like dudes who be looking like that can take 10 chicken wings to the face. I say it from experience. Diaguia, you're trolling. Gone Girl has origin stories, secret identity, superhuman abilities, a literal villain and hero. What supernatural or superhero abilities does Rosamund Pike have in Gone Girl? She kills Neil Patrick Harris with broken glass. That's not superhero. That's very like that's human, man. Superhero planning? what are you talking about? It all goes wrong, man. She goes to that motel and gets all of her shit stolen by the crackheads. That's not superhuman planning. That's bad planning. I'm so lucky that I read the book, so I remember more than I would have remembered if I only saw the movie. Her web connects them all, man. That's true. I will say, I'm like, the thing I'll say about Ben Affleck, I like him because he seems like a real person. His image doesn't seem curated at all. Like in even numbered years and odd numbered years, he changes into a different person every single time. I find him like he's a very interesting individual. Also, the candid videos of him looking completely exasperated with Jennifer Lopez is so good. But it's fucking crazy that he wouldn't wear the Yankees hat in Gone Girl, and they shut down production for like, what was it, like 2 days or something like that? And then eventually they settled, like you can wear a Mets hat. You can't wear a Red Sox hat, but you can wear a Mets hat. That's crazy. Yeah, it's made up, Ben. You are not playing Ben Affleck. You're playing whatever the dude's name is. It's okay. He's a Red Sox fan. Get over it, man. If David Fincher wants me in his movie, I'll wear a Calgary Flames hat. What the fuck do I care, man? I'll talk like this. I'll talk like, I'm just gonna fucking go for it. Be a fucking, what are you fucking talking about, you fucking goof? Like, I'll start talking like that if David Fincher thinks it'll serve the story. I'll wear whatever the fuck I got, or whatever the script calls for. If he thinks I'm the right man for the job, I'll be your muse, bro. Straight shot. Straight shot. You're not Chile. You're gonna piss me off. Ah, shit. You like Burkina Faso? No, you might be like Togo or Benin. Oh, because there's like 4 countries in Western Africa that are all like lined up, kind of like bowling pins. There's Togo, Benin, other ones. There's other ones in there. Ivory Coast. Yeah, exactly. Côte d'Ivoire. You know what? I just noticed desktop audio muted right now. I just saved you from a glorpless vandal. Where's my hug? $1999 Warner Brothers. 1999 Warner Brothers, pre-Superman Returns, post-Batman and Robin, starring Rika Matsumoto. So animated, a film from 1999 is animated. And it was big. It was a big movie. It's Pokemon the movie. That would explain why I was confused. But I did see this in theaters. Kind of crazy. It really opened to 50 million and exited theaters with 85 domestic. That's it's legless, man. What do your elf eyes see, bro? It got 62% of its total gross in its opening weekend even. Crazy. Did you get the promo card? Probably. I probably bent the shit out of it, shoved it in my bike spokes. And then lost it. And so, or like maybe went to college and my mom said, what do you want me to do with all this stuff? And I said, just fucking throw it out, Mom. Who cares? Idiot. The way God intended. I did not put that shit on cold storage or whatever. I put it in my bike so that it sounded a little bit like a motorcycle when I was pedaling. It's now worth $5 million. Buddy, if I knew the future, I would not be sweating $5 million at all. You would never know who I am. I would be gone. I wouldn't be buying Mewtwo Hollows. I'd be buying Monster Energy stock right off the IPO, okay? Denzel, 99. Here comes the story of the hurricane, y'all. Drama, mystery, Along Came a Spider? He might not be in that one. Angelina Jolie, Along Came a Spider? The Bone Collector. He collects the bones. He wants to have you in his taxi. He wants to have you in his taxi where the locks are made of bones. I remember that. I always get the Bone Collector and Along Came a Spider confused. Such a weird movie. I'll always like it because I saw it at like I don't know how to say this without you acting like it's weird when it's totally normal. I saw it at a boy-girl birthday party in like the 8th grade. And like when you're like 5, every birthday party is like a boy-girl birthday party, but then they take like 6 or 7 years off. And then the boys and girls come back together for the birthday parties around middle school, maybe the end of middle school, early high school. This was one of the movies I saw at one of the first times that the boys and the girls were opening up the comms again. So I'll always like The Bone Collector. I'll always like the absolutely horrendous Catherine Zeta-Jones movie, The Haunting. 13 Ghosts for sure. Always have a soft spot for those. Such a funny choice for a party. I don't know if are people not doing that anymore? Are 12-year-olds not throwing mixed gender birthday parties and then watching a shitty horror movie. That seems like a tween age rite of passage, man. It was pretty violent. Yeah, we were 12. We're in 6. You're 12. It's no big deal, man. We were playing Grand Theft Auto Vice City. They watch good horror movies now? Okay, well, check your privilege. We didn't have that shit when I was a kid. We didn't have elevated horror. We didn't have It Follows. We didn't have Ari Aster, okay? We didn't have the fucking Babadook. We had 13 Ghosts. We had the Resident Evil movie. We had Darkness Falls. What if the Tooth Fairy was fucking evil? That's what we had, okay? We had not. Yeah, we had Scary Movie. We had Scary Movie and John Carpenter's Ghosts of Mars, and that's it. We had the Jessica Alba one where she's blind. You got me thinking of One Last Call, which I'm pretty sure is Shannon Sossamon. That's the eye. That makes perfect sense. 99 Ben Affleck. Probably not Reindeer Games. A fantasy comedy adventure. That's Dogma, bro. Couldn't be anything but Dogma. Kind of insane that they got first billing. No disrespect to them, but Linda Fiorentino and Alan Rickman are really the stars of the show. And the Poop Monster. Sony Pictures Mila Jovovich. That's... You're going to laugh at me? You're going to say it's Resident Evil. It's not Resident Evil. This is too early for Resident Evil 1. That came out when I was in the 7th grade, which was 2000 to 2001. So, and it's after The Fifth Element. So what is it? A history movie. I Fear Nothing. Is Joan of Arc? I Fear Nothing, for God is with me. The Messenger, the story of Joan of Arc. The number of guesses you would have made and gotten pissed off at. You would have said The Fifth Element. You would have said Resident Evil. Then your Gen Z ass probably would have said Resident Evil Revelations, the second one. That shit didn't come out till like 05, bro. Anyway, 20th Century Fox. Susan Sarandon, stepmom, bitch. Fuck you. Drama, comedy, romance. A story of a mother who knows best and a daughter who knows better. Tim Robbins? Natalie isn't this... I can picture the poster. It's not stepmom. It's a heart. Where the heart is. And it's like a baby blue background, and they're like kind of embracing and laughing on the cover. Oh. Hart Beckner? Single mother Adele August is bad with money, and they're straight-laced. I don't know this. Anywhere but here! It's the worst it's ever felt, because my brain knew the picture. Oh, that hurts, man. It hurts so bad. Anywhere but here. Anywhere but here. Nah, it's chill. Probably good. I never realized how much the cover for Billy Elliot looks like he's in Fortnite. I guess because like when it came out, Fortnite was still like 18 years away from existing or whatever. All right, so wait. I think I could totally do this. Okay, I think I can do it. Oh, I can do Swanky. The line for me is Jamie Bell, Jumper, Hayden Christensen, and then probably everybody involved with Star Wars. They brought him back for Rise of the Skywalker in a cameo, just because J.J. Abrams had to throw everything he had at them. So let's just see if that bears out. I promise you, you will see Swanky. Okay. Let's do the first Blade Runner. There we go. So you can definitely do that real quick in your head. My goat, James Hong, my goat. But let's swanky it up now, okay? So it'd be like Jamie Bell's been in a lot of stuff, but I mostly know him from Jumper. The thing is, Billy Elliot, Jamie Bell, Jumper, Hayden Christensen, Shattered Glass. Shattered Glass, we're trying to get to Frances McDormand. You got Peter Sarsgaard. Peter Sarsgaard. Carrie Mulligan, An Education, or you can go to Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively. Okay, here's I'm getting started. Okay, so it's Jamie Bell, Jumper. Who's Samuel L. Jackson as well, huh? Just looking at who's in here. Michael Rooker. Didn't this guy get assassinated by the coward Robert Ford, man? Kristen Stewart, probably in a movie with Frances McDormand that I don't know of. I got something. I got something. Kristen Stewart, Panic Room. Jodie Foster, Elysium. Now, why am I having... No, it's not a hard time, because you go Matt Damon, Burn After... he's not in Burn After Reading, but he's in Ocean's 11 with George Clooney, who's in Burn After Reading, with Frances McDormand, who's in Nomadland with Swanky. Okay, so we're swanked up easily. You pretty much just pick anything for David Strathairn and then just see where you're going. What are we trying to get to? Blade Runner. Blade Runner as Harrison Ford. Am I crazy to think Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Looper, Bruce Willis, Expendables, and then any chance Harrison Ford was just in this? He wasn't, but Harrison Ford was action movie adjacent. Okay, you're not going to get any more by scrolling. Let's be reasonable. I'm thinking you got to stay in known cinema. Takes you to Jet Li, Lethal Weapon 4. And then from Lethal Weapon 4, there's got to be a Harrison Ford. Well, let's Harrison Ford movies with ensemble casts. Gary Oldman from Air Force One. Tommy Lee Jones. I gotta get some glasses like that, man. We're way past the time. What was I talking about? Tommy Lee Jones. He wants to have you for dinner, Tommy Lee Jones. Chris Rock, of course, is in Head of State. Head of State, James Rebhorn, Meet the Parents. He plays Dr. Bob. What are we doing here? Harrison Ford, man. Harrison Ford, bro. Let's see. Actually, you're Dr. Bob. I don't know who the hell you are. Crazy picture of this guy right here. You could buy a bunch of mums. What am I talking about? Am I still alive? Harrison Ford. Wait, it doesn't have to be Harrison Ford. It could be Rutger Hauer. Am I crazy to think Sean Young is in Ace Ventura 1 with Jim Carrey? Who's in The Cable Guy with Ben Stiller? Oh, shit. Not my proudest connection, but we take those. Ben Stiller's in The Cable Guy. Nobody said it, but I wanted to say that anyway. Yeah, he's not only is he in The Cable Guy, he directed The Cable Guy, but he is also in The Cable Guy. I think it was an Asian gang or something. They were speaking a different language. I think it was Asian. God, that's a good movie, man. Brother, sweet brother. It does sound like Gran Torino. Commentary track goes crazy. I don't think I've listened to the commentary track for The Cable Guy. God, you're right. It would be so good to watch movies on stream. The only problem was they literally, you never have to hand it to them, okay? They literally did make that technology, And then I did it once and it fucking sucked so bad. They were like, fine, you can legally watch movies on stream. And then it sucked so much ass that everyone said, I'm not going to do all that. I would rather just play it illegally, which I'm not willing to do. But what did you watch? We watched Last One Laughing, which was like a reality show where if you laughed, you lost, which was not very funny, to be honest. And then I did a sponsored deal, and it's water under the bridge right now. But I didn't know that the sponsored deal was only for Canadians. So when I did the watch party for a show, it wasn't available in the US. And every American viewer, which is like 70% of my audience, was like, what the fuck? I just get a black screen that says like, you can't watch today. And the whole chat was just people typing like, fuck you for 2 hours. It sucked so bad. It sucked so much ass, man. You can watch movies if you have no category. That's one thing you should learn, okay, is never to trust streamers, okay? It's the blind leading the blind. I'm not saying if you do that, your channel is going to get banned, but you are exposing yourself to a lot of risk. This whole thing of like you can stream a movie as long as you're not in a category, or like, you know, as long as you make the title something else, or like the stream's unlisted, or you delete the VOD. That stuff is a little, there's superstition, and it's whispered from one streamer to another, but there's no scaffolding that is like, let me put it this way. If something happened to you, you couldn't be like, well, I wasn't in a category. You would be like, how'd you find me? That's what you would have to, that would be your defense. Your defense would be, how did you find me? I'm not going to narc, but that's the reason I'm not going to do it. That was movie to movie. Ooh. We don't do guess the game. We do Puckdoku. Puckdoku. It sucks ass today. Kind of sucks ass today. Here's what I'm thinking. We'll do early or fast Puckdoku. New York Rangers, 2 teams played for. Yeah, it's got to be Alex Del Vecchio. He only played for the Rangers. All right, good game. Good game, guys. Good game, y'all. We go next. I swear, I know it's different actors every single day, but like it feels like the same actor every single day. It feels like we always get Viola Davis, Florence Pugh, and Matt Damon. Librarian, if you could collate the movie grids that we've done, I feel like in 100 movie grids, we've seen 200 actors. This is the worst movie dull, which still makes it better than any video game dull that's ever existed, by the way. Zoe Kravitz, title starts A to H. That's caught stealing, bro. $100 million plus at the box office. This is a problem for me because I don't know 2 other Zoe Kravitz movies. Obviously, she's in The Batman. I don't know what else she's in. I have no idea what else she's in. I couldn't tell you. Florence Pugh. Really big pew. Really big pew. $100 million plus at the box office for Cillian Murphy. Title starts A to H. A to H. Seeing Green Street Hooligans, I'm always trying to put Green Street Hooligans in your set. I think I'm thinking of Elijah Wood. I'm thinking of Elijah Wood, everyone. Cillian Murphy. You know what? We're getting base hits today. Oppenheimer, maybe you've heard of it. The fuck am I going to put in A to H, bro? I guess Batman Begins. And then The Dark Knight Rises. He's got a cameo in that. I think he's like on trial or something. Florence Pugh. She's in Black Widow. Midsummer's going to get more than Don't Worry, Darling. Midsummer is well remembered, so we'll put Don't Worry, Darling. And then Little Women, that probably didn't come out during the pandemic. Zoe Kravitz, of course, she's in The Batman. And then she's in some other stuff as well. She's in Mad Max Fury Road, of course. Yo, that kid from Game of Thrones would have loved the Batman, man, because he's always like, I want to see the Batman fly. Guess what, buddy? Have I got a movie for you? Red Eye only made $96 million. You know what's crazy? Looking back, how fucked up is it that Red Eye made $96 million? You know why? Because we were fucking seeing movies back then, man. I'm not saying it's better, okay? I'm not saying we're better people because we were going to see movies at the movie theater back then. I'm just saying it's a different climate. Red Eye was like, I think it's an R-rated Wes Craven locked room mystery on an airplane, basically. People said, yeah, I'll go see that. 10 million North Americans said, I'll go see that. I'll pay you $12 to go see that. If you tell the flight attendant your dad dies. Why, Apollo, why are you here? Aren't you streaming something? I was in your chat shitposting not but 70 minutes ago. No? Silk Song kind of washed, huh? Lots of people are saying it. Movie tickets were cheap back then? No, the fuck they weren't. They were not. The number is obviously larger now. Don't get me wrong, but all of the numbers are larger now. But everyone, trust me, if you were alive back then, Apollo, back me up. Everyone was still complaining about movie ticket prices. The one constant in life is that every generation is like, yeah, but who can afford to go to the movies anymore anyway? And they always look at the generation before them and go, no wonder they were seeing so many. Yeah, of course, Infinity War made $1.3 billion. Movie tickets were only $15 back then, man. Spell check me. You know what I was thinking? I wrote this in my notes app, but I haven't flushed out the joke yet. But the older I get, the more my text messages, the text messages that I send, start to resemble like letters that people wrote each other in the 1800s. That's fucking true, man. Like when I was 22, every text message I said was like, hey, what's up? What are you up to? Now every text message is like, Matthew, comma, new line. Been so long time no see. Wow, so great to hear from you. I was just thinking about you the other day when we were down at the playground. Crazy to think that James is already 7. Where does the time go? Like, your message did find me well. Thank you very much. Earlier this year, we were blah, 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 blah. Like, it's crazy, man. That's wholesome. I don't think this is true. Apollo, it'll happen. Because like when people get older, they get busier. And then instead of like people that you normally texted like once a month, you text them like once every 8 months or something like that. So every text has to start with like an explanation of why you haven't like, or at least an acknowledgement of how sad it is that you haven't kept in touch. You have to be like, it's crazy how time slips away from you. You know how it is. And the crazy thing is they do know how it is, man.
Herring, a noun meaning either of two food fishes.
Yep. I'm literally an uncle, though. That doesn't mean shit. Some uncles do nothing. No disrespect.
Search, a verb meaning to look.
You're going to say some dads do nothing, but like way more dads are involved than uncles. Some uncles are the uncle who stepped up, don't get me wrong, but some uncles are like, you know, play catch for like an hour on Thanksgiving or whatever, which is fine, man. You didn't have the kid. It's not your kid.
Classical, a adjective meaning stand. Elm, a noun meaning any of a genus.
I believe that. I got confidence in that one. I held my nephew for my brother's wedding. Parents, look at what they do to mimic a fraction of our power.
Sonar, a noun meaning.
That would be fucking sweet if your nephew was like 28. You be strong as fuck.
Homicide. A noun meaning a person who kills.
My sister and her 4 kids live in my house. That's fucked up. That's crazy. You're a hero. That's insane. 4 kids? Your sister and her 4 kids live in your house? Holy, you have my sympathy on that one, man.
Polonium. A
What the
noun
fuck?
meaning a sacrosanct. An adjective meaning most
Yep.
sacred.
Couldn't tell you what it means, honestly.
Arrange. A verb meaning to. Habanero. A noun meaning a very hot.
It is, and don't virtue signal. It is very hot. I know there's hotter peppers, but habanero is very hot. I don't want to see anybody in chat say it's not that hot. It's really hot.
Dirigible. An adjective meaning capable.
Some flying shit.
Adversity. A noun meaning a. Almoner. A noun meaning one who distributes.
One who distributes alms. Yeah, of course.
Scabbard. A noun meaning a sheath for. Propensity. A noun meaning an often.
Greatest day of my life, y'all. Greatest day of my life. Irish spring, green, green, green. Easiest spell check of all time. No shot you're getting that all right. No disrespect. No shot. Not without spell check, anyway. What do you think is better? I'll tell you, there's no doubt in my mind the ramen is going to clear almost everything in this game. This one's kind of fucking with me. Because I think this looks good as fuck, but I bet that win. 93%! I gotta feel like it's dumpling soup versus purple rice. Yellow curry versus bananas Foster. Rare example, because yellow curry is really good. Rare example of dessert winning, though. Because bananas plus ice cream plus caramel can't be beaten. Tacos might be the easiest to yum food on the planet. 96.2, that bears out. Cobb salad versus fried stuff. People love a Cobb salad, man. Deep fried what? Flour, sugar, water, bananas? Oh. Zrazy. It's gotta be fried, whatever this is. Platinum pudding or burgoo? Burgoo is really good, man. I'm going to say that people are going to go, wow, crazy name. Give me the pudding. Yeah? 37%! Well, you are fucking idiots, man. You're idiots. Roast barley flour is a ball of dough, and I mean that complimentary. And what is this? Oh, I clicked on it by accident. Oh, brother. Give me sausage. I'll live with that. It's all right. Why does all of this look horrid? No, I'm not trying to scare you. You might have rabies. Most of that food looked pretty good. That's pizza. So that's pizza. Unlike traditional pizzas. Okay, this is United States pizza. Trenton tomato pie. 86%. Apollo, I don't know how much Food Guesser you've seen. People are so disingenuous. I crash out every time I do this. Every single time I play Food Guesser, I go, what the fuck do you mean 14% of people are like, I want to eat that pizza? What's wrong with you, man? What's wrong? It looks good. It could be anti-American bias. There's a part of that. I could see 3 of this 14% being like, that's not real pizza from Italy or whatever. Now that looks pretty gross. I'll give you that one. That looks pretty disgusting. It's a lot of pickles on the side. What are you? A dough. Okay, dough. I got that. Capers, black pepper. Rabbit? Rabbit's an option? Weirdly enough, I almost feel like we go like in the Low Countries here. Like a little Belgium action. Maybe that's a Portugal? Borders? Okay, man, it's a Spain. Well, if it's from Spain, it's probably tasty. But I do have to. Here's the thing: you're gonna say you said it looks disgusting. So, why are you yumming it? Because lots of things that look disgusting taste good, and I love anything is bread, and this is bread. I would eat it. I would try it. I think that the 5941 seems fair to me, though. This is gum. A sweet confection, recognizable by its soft, chewy texture. It's gum. It's gum from, I'm going to say gum was invented in the UK. Ice cold. I'm going to say gum is from Australia. Musk stick. They're known for their floral and musky aroma. Chat, any Australians in the chat? What is a musk stick? Also, you're right. The dude's name is Samuel Wiki. That's really good. Isn't that Ladies Man 217? I mean, it's sugar. Chewy sugar? I bet it's yummable. Don't get me wrong. I will say, so I was going to say something insane, like all candy tastes good. But when we were in Norway, I said, you know what? I'm like 10 years older than I was the last time I had black licorice. The 100 million people who collectively live in Northern Europe, I'm not trying to mog you. I'm just, a fact is a fact. They can't all be crazy. They can't all be crazy. So I bought some Norwegian black licorice and I ate one piece and I went, it's even worse. It's even worse than it was when I was 25. It's so bad, man. It is disgusting. It tastes like eating like shoe polish or like something you use to make your hardwood floors shiny. It's so bad. And I like aggressive flavors, but it's like it's horrible, man. Is it not sweet? It's not sweet at all. If there's a little bit of sweetness, it's like it's under layers and layers of varnish. I think it's so bad. You like root beer? Yeah, man. There's like 70 grams of sugar in a can of root beer. Of course I like root beer. I like Sambuca. I like Ouzo. I like Jägermeister. I like anise. Like I like the flavor of anise. The black licorice in Northern Europe is just too far, man. It's too far. Nah, it's based. Whatever. Literally, you guys don't know what you're doing. I had the worst sushi of my life in Norway. Sorry, you guys don't know what you're doing. Just put the pickled fish in the bag. I'll eat it. If you put the pickled fish in the bag, I'll eat it. But take the black licorice out. You can have that. Save that for yourself. Also, why is a pint of Coke Zero like €8? It's the sugar tax. What sugar, bitch? What fucking sugar? And the UK, cut your pizzas, okay? And stop charging people to use the bathroom. He's burning his full meter. You need to cut your pizzas and you need to stop charging people for using the bathroom, okay? Especially when the bathrooms aren't that good. We got some problems in NA too? Not really. Not really. It's going to be grilled meat. Yeah, it's going to be grilled meat. It's going to be chicken and chips. No point in even wasting our time. It's going to be breakfast wrap. I got to be honest with you, the chicken gyro box looks pretty okay. Kobe beef bowl. Look, I bet it tastes pretty good. Here's the thing. I don't know, man. I mean, I get that this is in Kobe, but I just don't think you're getting. It's like when you get like a Wagyu beef burger at like a chain burger restaurant. You're like, how Wagyu could the beef actually be? There's no farmer in Japan that's like massaging the cows and giving them like Cabernet Sauvignon and then chopping the meat up and sending it to like Burgermeister or whatever. Like it's got to be, there's no way, man. There's no way. Now this is in Kobe, but isn't like all beef in Kobe beef? So maybe this is just this. I think you got to go chicken. Fuck you. You wouldn't pay 50. You'd look at that and go, that looks good. And then you'd get something cheaper. This Pitmaster, not even close. Chicken burger with bacon and a hash brown. I mean, it's one of those things where I'm like, this looks disgusting. This looks disingenuous, but this looks fucking disgusting, man. 95% is so sad. With liquor? Oh, liquor and chili vinegar. What's the pie and what's the plate, man? I still think, for £9 though? Chips with Nutella is really hard to... it rarely wins, man. Chicken burger. Chicken and banana. This looks pretty good, man. But chicken burger is just a preferred food. Pretty bad looking square pizza. For £18. It's chicken tikka and mint yogurt wrap, man. Curry in a cup with a pint. Pie, chips, peas, and gravy with a pint. It's hard to tell how big the cup is, man, but I think crinkle cut fries feel very disingenuous to the UK for me. You can't be calling those chips anymore, man, if they're crinkle cut. I think we gotta, fuck you. Most UK back of the head I've ever seen. I wasn't gonna say it. You said it, I wasn't gonna say it. Let's see. That was Scrandle. We go to thrice now. Apollo, this is a you question, man. According to ready.gov, the Eastern Pacific starts earliest of all U.S. hurricane seasons in the middle of what month? I'm going to say it starts in the middle of March. The highest number of tornadoes happen in what cuspy month? Like June, as the air heats up, it's on the cusp of spring and summer. The highest known land speed attained in Indianapolis. I don't know when the Indianapolis 500 is, bro. June? I typed June before. I typed June twice. What was the first name of JFK's mom? Rosemary. Rose. Oh, you're going to give me my points tomorrow. You're going to give me my points tomorrow. You're going to give me my points tomorrow. He got tricked into marrying Leah, then did 7 years of hard labor to get with her sister, who fathered the 12 tribes of Israel. Obadiah. If you know which royal era Shakespeare wrote in, you might be a redneck. You know that the New Testament name James is derived from what older J name? Hosea. Jacob. Okay, why didn't they start with John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt? I would have known that for sure, man. His name is my name too, brother. Vertigo was Alfred Hitchcock's fourth and final collaboration with what legendary leading man? Cary Grant. What's this fella's name? It's a Wonderful Life. Jimmy Stewart. Okay, we didn't. I didn't have to ask. We got there. Soda water, lemonade, Angostura bitters, lemon and ice go together to make the Irish South African concoction known as a rock Shandy. Well, well, well. Lemonade's always in a shandy, man. That's all you need to know. That's fruit juice? That's a rattler, bitch. You ain't a real drinker. You ain't a real low ABV drinker. Sort these animals. Sort these animals at the maximum speed they're known to be able to reach, starting with the fastest. Doesn't say land speed. Let's be honest. Ostrich and a horse faster than a person. Geese are faster at flying than humans are at walking, for sure. I think they're probably faster at flying than horses are at run. Well, whales are deceptive, I think, because whales are obviously, they travel really long distances, but they're so big, they don't have the perception of being a fast animal. Marlins, I mean, they put that bitch in Donkey Kong Country, man. The thing is, though, it has to be, I almost just default to the idea that something traveling through the air is always going to be faster than something traveling through the water, because the water is a much thicker medium. So I believe, I think geese are the ones that are going to be a surprise here. I bet a goose can go fast as fuck, man. I bet a goose is faster than an ostrich. Ostrich, marlin, horse, marlin, whale, human. Marlin above ostrich and horse. Okay, I'll live with that. Anytime you get it in two, that's big. That's crazy that a marlin can go 130 kilometers an hour in the water. I get that they're like hydrodynamic, but that's fast as fuck through water, man. You know how slow swimming is? You can literally like walk faster than Michael Phelps can swim. Everybody in chat thought you were crazy for putting goose first. Have you ever like looked up, bro? They fly from like the Arctic Circle to Florida in like a week. That's crazy. I hate Canada geese. They are annoying. There's not much, it's just that I have respect for God's creatures, all God's creatures, that I'll say I got no problem with them broadly, but they are an annoying animal. Loud. Everyone, they think the worst part about the geese is that they're mean. It's not true. I don't really consider them mean. I consider them protecting their babies most of the time and trying not to get like petted by random human beings. It's the poop. The poop everywhere. It makes the water near where they poop insanely toxic. It makes the paths covered in poop, which is just not nice. But those goose babies are fucking cute, man. That 1 month period in like early April when the baby geese are born and they don't have feathers yet, they have fur. That's cute as fuck. I'll stop my bike on the seawall to let a pack of goslings by. Absolutely, man. Could you just by the grace of God that I wasn't born a goose? What am I gonna do? Get out of the way, goose? That's me, bro. That could have been me. Which has more people with a humanities degree. I just these are the kind of questions in Juxtastat where I'm like, I have no idea, man. I have no idea. South Central Connecticut Planning Region or Stanislaus County, California. I guess I'll go Connecticut. Seems like a lot of writers would live in a place called New Haven. Higher mean daily temperature in fall. I mean, Colorado, imagine it gets fairly cold. I'm going to say Missouri then. Higher percentage of household incomes under 50K. This one's interesting, man, because Hawaii is expensive. And there's a lot of wealthy people. There's also a lot of not wealthy households. And just to be honest with you, I don't know what the hell's going on in Corpus Christi. This seems like one of those ones where I could be like, maybe it's Corpus Christi. And then someone tells me that like literally everybody in the town works for like, you know, Gulf Oil or something like that. More pedestrian cyclist fatalities per capita. I gotta go with Florida. I think the drivers don't give a fuck. I think they would swerve into you. Not everybody, but the median driver would swerve into you, in my opinion. Which has a higher percentage of people whose rent. Florida, the number one state for people driving while watching YouTube shorts simultaneously. That I can tell you that it's anecdotal and it's facts. Higher percentage of people whose rent is really expensive. Annapolis, Maryland, or I mean, this is still, as far as I'm concerned, man, this is still New York. So I bet it's really expensive, but I bet this is pretty expensive too. All right, fair enough, man. Fair enough. I believe that. Well, let's check the percentages on that. 30 versus 39. Yeah, that's a big gulf. Big gulf. Who's saying reunited and it feels so good? It's Peaches and Herb, but you got to get over it, okay? I've been knocking the question out of the... One time I said in an Isaac episode, I was like, I wonder who sang that song. This was probably 2013. I looked it up in the video and I said, I'll never forget it. I get asked it at least once every 3 months in the intervening 12, 13 years since then. We got to let it go. It's locked up there. We're now at the point where it's... At this point, I'm now like... It's embarrassing that you're still asking. Because that means you're an old head. You've been around for a long time. We got to diversify the interests a little bit. I mean, I've been watching me for that long, but I don't really have a choice. My eyes are in my own head. You know what I mean? There's still hope for you. You could get out. I watch your shit to fall asleep every night. Happy dreams. That reminds me, I had a fucked up dream last night. I dreamed I was playing in a hockey tournament as a shooter, and it was a 3-on-3 hockey tournament. The team we were playing against ran no defense. No defense. So it was just me and my two boys up taking shots at their goalie, okay? And then the three dudes on their team were all like hovering at our goalie, like waiting to cherry pick a goal, right? So we just kept peppering the goalie, and eventually you're going to sneak a couple by, obviously. And then I was trash talking them. I was like, that's why you play defense. That's why you don't leave your goalie out to dry. And then I guess I was in school or something like that because my teacher gave me detention and then wrote me like a very strongly worded letter that was like, it was like juvenile and beneath you to insult your opponents and classmates like that. And when I got the letter, I was pressed. I was like, they insulted us by not playing the game the way it's meant to be played in the first place. Like they made a mockery out of this pursuit. So I was like double pissed. I was pissed at the other team and I was pissed at my teacher. What do you think? Was I in the right? No! Huge. Fuck you. That's gonna make it. Oh! All right, we'll take that. Do Canadians dream of hockey? Silence American? At least we still have dreams. I mean, there was, of all the directions I could have gone with that one, that was actually one of the most merciful, so you should be thankful for that. Hey, man, one of your own countrymen was being annoying. So is that, you stand for that guy? You're backing up that guy? Just so you know. I dreamt I was on the Ducks a few days ago. Tough question, though. Oregon Ducks or Mighty Ducks of Anaheim? To be fair, Canadians dreaming of hockey is funny. Why? Because you know one thing about us and think like humor is in the essence of humor is recognizing something. And you're like, I recognize that. Honestly, you would be luckier to be Canadian because then we would know less about you. Right now, I feel like it's my own level of self-control, which occasionally I loosen my grip on the reins, but it's my own level of self-control that's keeping me from tearing into you and everything your country stands for at present, okay? It's just the respect that I have for Lin-Manuel Miranda is keeping the rhetoric at bay. If it weren't for Lin-Manuel Miranda, you would be in a lot of hurt right now. You would be in a world of hurt. My ass voted Kamala. Kamala. I dropped a Kamala joke in the fantasy football league, but people were not fucking with it. Sleeper gave me a 1% chance to win, even though I had no players who had any games left to go, and I was down by 40 points. And I wrote in the chat, they're giving me 1% chance to win after all the votes have been counted. They really think I'm Kamala. And then everyone just kind of hit me with a... I didn't mean it like that. I was just kind of making a reference, I guess. I was just kind of making a joke. They hit me with the Labubu stare. What? This was not the dad's league, by the way. People are like, you got to change schools. I would not drop that in the dad's league. This is a league of people from my own Discord, so there's nowhere for them to go. They're there. They all found each other because of me, so it's their own fault. If they have a problem with me, then like it's your fault for being there in the first place. I wouldn't drop that shit in the dad's chat. I would just say, damn, kind of a rough week. GG, we go again. Something like that. It's 147-degree angle. 153. Boy, ice, lava, hot. Yes. 152. Yes. I hate this one. Apollo, why do you hate Angle? Angle's the GOAT, man. You'd rather have this shit, man. Okay, you'd rather have this? 1976 adages from cultural depictions of women that are quotations from music and sports and opera history. It ain't over till the fat lady sings. That's from 1976? 15th century English monarchs. Burials at I know this one, man. This is like King Charles II was like the uncle of the prince who was going to become king. And he was like, I'll take him to the fucking throne, of course. And then he fucking sequestered them in the Tower of London and became the king himself. I guess he was a king, technically. It might be like... Actually, I think this dude became... Let me think about this. Maybe I'm just going to go Charles II. Edward V. Fuck you! King Richard III, not King Charles II. Get a life, man. 1940s LGBTQ novels. Okay, the pressure's on. It's adapted into films. Novels about bisexual topics. Novels set in Oxford. I have no idea, man. That's Brideshead Revisited. I honestly, with God as my witness, I didn't know Brideshead Revisited was all about that. I thought that was kind of like a Bridgerton sort of thing. But I guess maybe they just take place in similar settings. I don't know shit about Brideshead Revisited, to be honest with you. 1976 establishments in England. It's a post-punk group from England that was political. They're quartets. They're a new wave group. They're a punk rock group from London. I mean, the easy play would be the Sex Pistols, but it doesn't say Industry Plants on here. And also, the Sex Pistols are not new wave. I think post-punk. You think like Gang of Four, Mission of Burma. Punk rock groups from London. So not the Dead Kennedys. English new wave, like the Human League. English buskers. The Simple Minds. The English Beat. Post-punk. I mean, I gotta go with I gotta go Sex Pistols just because it's the most. Oh my God! It's obviously the Clash. It's obviously the fucking Clash. Oh my God! Of course it's the Clash. Jesus Christ, man. 1929. It's not 1920. That's $12.99. $12.99 establishments in Asia. Former countries in Africa. Former countries in the Balkans. This is the Ottoman Empire, man. Okay, we're on the board, y'all. Creepy pasta, software bugs, and Unicode. Internet memes introduced in 04. Software bugs. I don't know the Zalgo text, man. I was going to type like salad fingers or something like that. Chimpanzees in space. This is not Laika. This is a non-human primate astronaut of the American space program. What's a good name for a space chimpanzee? I mean, Dunstan. How about like Mickey? Ham. They've named him after meat. That's fucked up, man. That's messed up, dude. They put him in like a shirt and shorts and everything, man. He died in 1983. Oh, that dude made it back, man. He made it back. Never mind. They did not just shoot him into space and then go, like when does he come back? What do you mean back? They brought him back. That's sick, man. Australian snack foods. Products introduced in 1964. The Jaffa cake. Tim Tam. Guys, I'm going to get 1 on connections today. English ballads, songs about England, songs about towns, Simon and Garfunkel songs. This is Scarborough Fair, man. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. I'm going to get 2. Companies based in Youngstown, Ohio. Fast food chains of the United States is Arby's. Roast beef, it just said roast beef sandwiches. It had to be. 3. We made it over the median. I'll take that. No, we didn't. We made it over the whatever. We made it slightly over the average, at least. It is good mood food. It is good mood food. Now, Apollo, if you hate that, get ready for this shit, man. Get ready for this shit. Liking when head of state becomes centrist. Head means we're going to take like the first few, we're going to take the first 5 letters of something. What of what? Is of liking? Let's check out the fodder. The fodder is state. Oh, well, what the hell's the indicator then? I just want to type taste, man. Just this. Okay, I don't even really get it, but obviously they basically said turn this into another word. S becomes the center. Taste is liking, I guess. So there's a synonym for that. First letter becomes the center. When the head of the state becomes the center. Literally, the head of state became the center of. Okay.